The refugee crisis right now, the migrant crisis, is one thing that we can actually look at and see where climate policy has actually caused part of world chaos. If you look to the Middle East, most people live on subsistence incomes there. There's a study that the New England Complex Systems Institute came out with showing that because of US EPA food-to-fuel policies, megatons of corn have been moved off world markets, meaning that all food prices have gone up. For you and I, that just means we don't go to a movie. For someone who's starving or living on a subsistence $1-a-day income, that causes them to be completely desperate. So, someone who would complain about that policy would be called a denier. But in fact, there's terrible human sorrow being wrought from this policy that's based on uncertain science that many scientists have questioned. So you can see there's a rolling detrimental effect on society. And it's surprising that people like Oreskes and Lewandowsky, both of whom are very accomplished scholars, would choose to work in that direction and denigrate fellow colleagues. However, the case study, Lewandowsky et al., 2015, appears to defend only a consensus position on climate change and to denigrate those who dissent as being in climate change denial or contrarians. This position is contrary to a published statement by the AAAS from 2011, which decries the personal attacks on climate scientists who may present controversial research. At a higher level, the publication of the Lewandowsky work in a well-respected, peer-reviewed paper, thus condoning the use of such derogatory terms, legitimizes this type 2 scientific misconduct that is other-harming and leads to falsely negative conclusions about someone else's work. This scientific misconduct results in 3 known issues identified as specific forms of such scientific misconduct: biased quality assessment, smear, and officially condoning scientific misconduct, the proof of which is in the publication of Seepage. It appears to be a violation of the Code of Publication Ethics as well, that the publishers, editors, and peer reviewers found it acceptable to condone such language. Well, in summary, I guess one of the things that we hope this will do is help the public understand that scientific inquiry will always meet up against a supposed consensus, that it's okay to question. And it's okay to question because there are lots of questions about climate change. It's a huge, dynamic, very complex system, many turbulent forces within it. It's, as David Arell says, if you can't model a cloud, and it's about as easy as to try and hold one in your hand. And clouds are a huge factor in climate science. So, we want to try and get the propaganda out of the discussion and open it up again and have people have a scientific discussion about the pros, the cons, and the economic consequences all around. That's what we are hoping this will accomplish.